Hey, I'm Sean. I'm the head of community and operations here at Entre, and we're going to be covering everything communities, how to run it, how to create one, how to manage them, etc. So as you can see, we're already on the create a community page, and from here, as you can already tell, you can upload an image for your community, the name, enter a description for your community, select the visibility type. You can add admins, and then of course you can select topics. Now when it comes to topics, you will be required to at least select one topic that is relevant to your community, and then of course you can choose up to 3. Now when it comes to admins, admins are basically going to be like moderators within your community. Obviously you'll be the owner and you'll have total access to edit, delete, all of that stuff. But admins will have a lot of other control. We'll kind of dive into that later. So make sure it's somebody that's you trustworthy, whatever. And then of course, when it comes to visibility, public communities are going to be basically discoverable across the platform. They'll be, suggested to users. People will be able to search and filter for them. And then, of course, private communities are invite only. Only the admins can share the invite link to other users. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then, of course, when it comes to the name, description, and image for your community, those are super important because they're basically going to be the first impression of the community. They're actually what ends up on the landing page. So this is what a landing page for a community looks like. As you can see, the image is here, the name of the community is up here, and then a brief description, totally customizable. Make sure it's a good one, is right there. But from this page, everyone's going to be able to join or sign up for your community, and we'll actually kind of dive into the beta community right now. Now, once somebody joins your community, obviously they're going to land directly onto this welcome channel, which is an announcement channels. There's 3 different types of channels. Only admins can create channels. So obviously we'll kind of dive into that. So as you can see, test, and then when it comes to channel type, you can select a public channel, which everyone can post and view, private, where only people you invite can post and view, and then of course announcements, where only admins can post, but everyone can view. These are great for welcome messages, events or updates, announcements, all of that stuff. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, private channels are going to be hidden from anyone who's not a part of them. And like I said, only admins can create channels. So obviously, only admins can invite members into private channels. Now, from here, obviously, all of your channels are going to be over on the left, and all of your members and admins are going to be over on the right. You're basically the super admin. You'll be up top, and then the rest of the admins will be underneath. And then, of course, members beneath that. But we'll dive into a channel to kind of give you some ideas of what they look like and how they function. Obviously, you've got reply threads. You've got reactions that people can upload to messages. And then, of course, you can also tag people. Now, one of the main things, too, is when it comes to tagging people, obviously, you can tag individuals and select them. And then, of course, as the admins, you can actually tag channel, if I can type. There we go. And when it comes to tagging channel, it actually sends a notification to everyone as if it was a mention. And obviously in public and announcement channels, this is going to send a notification to everyone in your community. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, when it comes to notifications, you're also going to be able to control those. Everyone's actually going to be able to have access to control their notifications per community. So when it comes to notification settings, by default, everyone's notifications are going to be set to mentions. As you can see, I have mine for all new messages. Then, of course, people can also set the notifications to nothing for a community, basically muting it. Now, up in the top left, everyone's going to have access, if it's a public community, to invite members. These are basically shortcuts. So you can invite members, mute the community, and then, of course, as the owner, you can edit the community, which is just going to take you back to basically this creation page. Now, from here, obviously, the invite button is super important. You can invite anybody. For public communities, anybody can invite anybody. And then, of course, private ones, like I said, only admins can invite members. Now, other than that, that's pretty much everything in regards to the functionality. You can also edit and remove channels up here in the top right. And then, obviously, for private channels, to invite people, you just click on that button and you can search for members in your community. Now, the other thing, obviously, communities live pretty much within your inbox. So you've got all of your personal your personal direct messages up here. And then beneath that, you can scroll through all the communities you're a part of or the owner of and jump straight back into them. Now, obviously, like I touched on, communities are going to be discoverable if they're public. So under the network tab, you can see all of the public communities, and they're also going to be suggested on the home feed for users that are looking for communities like yours. So hope that's everything. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.